Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter World. More specifically, we're going to be talking about your weekly activities. Now, in case you guys aren't aware, Capcom updates the game every week, providing you with a bunch of new limited bounties, new events, and arena challenge quests. Usually complete these will net significant rewards, which is why it's important for you throughout the course of the week. Make a bit of an effort to complete these. These are very much like what we used to have in MMOs known as dailies. If you guys ever played an MMO, most likely you've done dailies in them, which are your quests that show up and spawn daily, except in Monster Hunter World, they're actually weekly, so you have more time to complete them. You don't have to just like rush to complete everything in one day, which is pretty good in my opinion. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's start by taking a look at this week's limited bounties. So the very first one is Ecology Survey, Hunt Brute Wyvern. This means that you will have to go ahead and hunt 3 brute wyverns. In case you do not know which ones are the brute ones, they are the Baroth, the Anjanath, the Radobon, and the Rurikhan. Okay, these are your brute wyverns. You can identify them by looking at your monster field guide, and above their name it's going to tell you the type of wyvern that they are. Anyway, if you kill 3 of them throughout this week, you will earn 300 research points as well as 5 armor spheres. Next, you have the Coral Highlands. So essentially, you're going to have to complete 5 quests in the Coral Highlands. Doesn't matter which quests they are going to be, it just matters that you complete quests in that particular zone. This particular bounty actually ties in really well with 2 of the event quests that we will look at, because both those event quests also take place in the Coral Highlands. When we get there, I'll be sure to mention that. But if you complete this particular limited bounty, you will get 350 points, 2 armor sphere pluses, as well as a first Wyverian print. And if you've seen my video on the Elder Melding situation, you are going to know what you need first Wyverian prints for. Next up, you have General 8-star rank quests. This is pretty much you complete 5 quests in the 8-star rank. As far as I'm aware, these are pretty much Elder Dragon quests, so you guys know what you have to go and do. I'm not going to go ahead and mention all of the Elder Dragon names or something to try and prevent spoilers as much as I can. But basically, they want you to complete 5 of those quests on the 8-star rank. And if you do so, you're going to gain 600 research points as well as 4 hard armor spheres and 1 silver Wyverian print. And then finally, if you complete all of these particular tasks, you're going to win 500 research points as well as a gold Wyverian print, which you can trade for a gem of your choosing, and a golden egg, which is worth 20,000 zenny, unlike what I thought on my first video. I thought it was going to be 100,000, but it's actually just 20,000. But yeah, these are your limited bounties for this week. Now let's take a quick look at the events. Okay, so when it comes to events, we're going to start with Wiggle Me This, where you have to go ahead and deliver 10 wigglers. Now, these are the little critters that come off the ground in the Coral Highlands, and you just have to deliver 10 of them. This is actually considerably easier if you bring a bunch of people with you, because you can have people on different spots of the map hunting for the wigglers, and you can do it a lot faster. But if you have to do it solo, go ahead and do it. My advice for this particular quest is make sure you bring a ghillie mantle, because it makes things a little bit easier. You can probably see me right now hunting some of these suckers down. It's not a particularly challenging quest, and if you complete it a bunch of times, you're going to get enough materials to craft yourself the helmet that you can see me using in this particular quest, which looks like a wiggler head. And you guys might think, oh, it's just a funny little cosmetic thing. This helmet actually has tier 2 of wide range, which basically means that you will be able to buff your teammates and heal your teammates with the same stuff that you use. So it's good for support builds as well. If you want to do like a funny support build with a wiggler head, there you go. You can do it. To be honest, I think this kind of completely destroys my fashion sense. So I do like the fact that this thing exists and it's funny, but it's not really something that I would consider using all that much. But hey, that's just me. I'm Mr. Serious, so whatever. Sue me. Next up, we got Flesh Cleave to Bone. Now, this is mostly for you players that still haven't reached high rank. Maybe you're still in low rank and you need a couple of materials from Radobon and Odogaron. If that is the case, this quest is pretty useful for you, because that is essentially all it's there for. It's just a quest for you to get materials from Radobon and Odogaron. So I personally don't need any of this. I'm most likely not going to do this one. Then we have the Coral Waltz, in which you have to hunt all the target monsters. Now, very much like the Wildspire Bolero, the purpose of this particular quest is to give you a bunch of monsters which will usually net you with a couple of crowns. In my particular case, while I was doing this quest earlier today, I got the smallest Paolumu I've ever killed. It was a golden crown in terms of small size Paolumu. You can see he's friggin' tiny, to be completely honest. But yeah, essentially you kill all these 4 monsters, which is Tsitsiaku, a Paolumu, a Pink Rathian, and a Legiana, and there's a good chance that you will get some crowns while you are doing this particular quest. And the other good thing about this is that not only are you getting these crowns, but these monsters are going to be significantly weak because there's 4 of them in one quest. And as you guys should know by now, hunts that involve more than one monster, usually those monsters are particularly weakened, so therefore you can pretty much abuse them super fast and you kill them super fast, and it's an easy way to get crowns on these specific monsters. Anyway, the other quest that you have available to you is the Proving. We already detailed this quest. This is the quest that you do. This is only available for PlayStation 4 users, by the way. This is the quest where you go and hunt the Anjanath and get yourself the alloy armor set. So yeah, these are your events for this particular week. Of notice is, like I told you, there are 2 events which also will help you contribute towards that that limited bounty of the Coral Highlands, because both the Coral Waltz as well as Wiggle Me Dis take place in the Coral Highlands. So essentially doing these 2 events also contributes directly to that particular limited bounty. Now, let's take a look at that arena challenge, shall we? Once you get to the questing hub, you're going to want to talk to the arena lass on the left side, and she will be the one granting you the challenge quests. This was also where you came and did Ryu challenge quest, if you've ever done that. But you can go to challenges, and this week's challenge says Challenge Quest 1, Expert. And this is going to involve you facing off against a Basil Goose and a Rurikhan, with the particularity that these bad boys are going to be tempered. I would highly advise you to do this quest with at least 2 players. And it is also the maximum that you can take is 2 players. And the weapons that will be available for you during this quest are the Sword and Shield in a set that gives you Slugger, Earplugs, Tremor Resistance, a tiny bit of attack boost, and Paralysis attack. It's also going to give you Master Mounter, so it is going to favor the charge / attack. A little bit of Artillery, which I really don't know why. Quick Sheath, and Jump Master. So it's going to emphasize you mounting and stunning the monsters. Then you have your dual swords, which will have Evade Window, Marathon Runner, and Evade Extender. So they're going to expect you to dodge a whole bunch with the dual swords, which is kind of sensible considering that these 2 monsters are pretty friggin' hectic. So yes, dodging is going to be something that you will want to do quite a bit if you're using dual blades. Then you got your gun lance over here with maximum handicraft, artillery, speed sharpening, evade window, and capacity boost, which is actually a very reasonable loadout for the gun lance, with the exception that they gave us the Jura Buster 3, which is a wide gun lance that I'm not a huge fan of. Then you also have a switch axe in the form of Jura Drought, and the skills they're going to give you with this is Agitator, pretty good, Peak Performance, Stamina Surge, and Maximum Might, but only 1 tier of Maximum Might, so not particularly impressive, but still is enough to get the job done. And then finally, with the Light Bowgun, you have the Mythical Horn Plus. They're going to give you free element ammo up, part breaker, and special ammo boost, so make sure to take advantage of that and shoot the crap out of the monster with your special ammo. Couple of additional notes on arena quests. You don't need to eat before them because it is not going to take into account your food buffs at all. They will provide you, however, with an ancient potion as well as max potions to ensure that you will get your maximum health for the gear that they give you. And also, there is a gate in the middle of the arena which will allow you to separate these 2 beasts if you want to fight them separately. You just have to activate the gate. However, don't think for a minute that the gate actually deals damage or anything when it comes up, because some people might think, oh, the gate has spikes, we can totally trap them and pull the gate up. I've done that, does not work, so I would not advise you to employ that particular strategy. Also, depending on the set that you get, you might get some traps, you might get some bombs, so make sure to make the best use of that gear in order to get your best possible times on that specific quest. Your times are going to affect the rewards that you're going to be getting, and you're going to be getting a whole bunch of arena coins. So if you're looking for specific arena coins, this quest might be a good place to get started. And that's it for this video, just letting you guys know what the weekly activities are that are available to you throughout this particular week. As per usual, I would advise you guys to complete as many of these as you can because the rewards are pretty decent, particularly the Wiggler quest where you get that unique cosmetic looking helmet, which is not just cosmetic, it also has stats on it, but obviously the most unique thing about it is that it is cosmetic. And if you enjoy that kind of stuff, you should most definitely get it, because who knows when the events are going to come around again. And naturally, if you are a PlayStation 4 player, make sure that you do the proving as well, because that's how you're going to get your Aloy set. And if you are someone who is very interested in trophies, make sure that you get all of the necessary crowns from the Coral Waltz. Thank you very much for watching. Leave me all your comments and feedback in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one.